Sumaya, this is a devastating situation and one that we haven't seen since 2022, I presume. How are people reacting to this? Because I know that I am furious every time I go to get fuel and I see that it has gone up, by a few nairas.
Yes, we are currently here at Jabi Motor Park, which is one of the, of course, most popular and a big, huge park. But then moving around, you would have to see that this park is known for having a large number of people. Usually there will be so much crowd, but then currently it looks like a shadow of itself, barely empty, because of lack of passengers here. Now, along that axis, we have the transport of people going to the north, and it's there that you'd see just about few passengers just there. You just see few passengers in the bus, now in the car. Now, we tried to talk to them, of course, but they shied away from talking with us. But then this axis, this side here, is where it's going to, Lagos, Ibadan, and currently, according to them, this place has been empty for the past about 3 to 4 days because of that. But we have someone here that would be talking to us. He is Jibrin Adamu. He'll be talking to us. He's a secretary of the Zamfara line, talking to us about what they are going through. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
All right, please talk to us about why there seems to be lack of passengers in the park currently.
So the problem of the lot of passengers, they increase the money of the fare. There's no money. People, they don't want to travel because they have not have the money. Look at our park now. Look at how our park be. That's very plenty. The fare increase, there's no money. When he told the passenger says that before we are carrying Kaduna from here Abuja to Kaduna 9,000, so we just say to Sabi we don't increase 9,000 naira. So say let us add the passenger. There's no passenger, there's no money. People that cry. Look at our vehicle, all the places. You know now we can do it.
All right, Jibrin, we know that the fuel price has increased because of the Iran-US-Israel war, and it has affected even Nigeria. Now, talk to us about if that has affected you people in the park buying fuel, and then if you people have increased the prices of the fares.
No. Before the fighting of the Iran and the America, this was there before all this thing coming. Because of the people that cried because of there's no money. Before all this thing comes start, they come and increase the money for the fuel. That is the problem. Before we are come from Niger State, come here 300 naira. So now before you reach the house is 2,000 naira. Go and come is 4,000 naira. The money is too much for the people that cry. There's nothing we can do. Because there's no passengers.
But either way, the prices of fuel have affected you people. What has the union here, decided about the fuel prices? So
now our leaders are doing the meeting. How can we do it now? Because our customer every day that is here. Now the cry say that how can we do to increase money for our passenger? Before there's no passenger. Now madam, we increase the money. All of them that run away. The passenger run away, you can't get anything that's going to eat for him and this park again. That's what our leader, when he came, we said our leaders, they are doing the meeting. How can we do it now? How can we survive for this country? They increase the money, we don't have the money on the ground. People that cry, to buy food is a wildlife, to do everything is a problem. Look at our driver that's sleeping for inside the car. So nothing we can do. It's not for anything we go, just do it first.
I appreciate you, Mr. Jibrin Adamu. Thank you so much. That was the secretary of one of the lines here, Zamfara Line Blessings, talking about this. Now, a driver that, decided not to talk on camera pointed out that he has been here for 4 days, and for the past 4 days, there's been only 1 to 2 passengers, and he initially drives towards Ibadan, but he cannot carry 1 passenger because it will take him about 100,000 naira to fuel his car, and that 1 passenger cannot pay for that. So because of that, of course, there are no little basically transportation of people moving from Abuja to outside Abuja, and that is the current situation in Jabi Park here. Back to you, Blessings.
All right, Sumaya Bakar there from Jabi Motor Park in the FCT. Now let's cross over to Maiduguri in Borno State, where Umar Kirawa would also give us the feel of how the fuel price hike is affecting the people there, especially motorists. Umar Kirawa, what is the situation there in Maiduguri, Borno?
Just like Abuja and other parts of the country, Maiduguri commuters and residents are also experiencing the hike in the prices of the premium motor spirit, popularly known as petrol. But the situation of Maiduguri is quite different because in Maiduguri, the Borno State capital, the metropolis, people buy petrol at the cost of 1,350 naira. That is at in different filling stations. However, in black markets where people sell the petrol at the cost of 1,500 naira, I got to learn that in border communities, in fact, the prices is much more higher than that. And in Biu, local government area, the cost of the petrol is 1,370, and sometimes in some places 1,350 naira. So this is the cost of the varying differences in the cost of petrol, which has affected businesses in the state.
All right, Omori Kirawa there, live from Maiduguri in Borno State. And just as he has mentioned, this is not only affecting motorists, it's also affected a myriad of businesses. You're still live with us on the 12 Report. We go on a short break. When we come back, our reporters are still stationed in different parts of the country to give us a feel of how this is affecting the people. Israel, if you can hear me, what is the update from your end?
Since yesterday, we are at Owena Park here in the Ojota area of Lagos. It's a very popular place where you see travelers every single day coming into Lagos and moving out of Lagos as well. But since we got here, I've noticed about 2 vehicles that left the park here, going outside Lagos. Apparently, it seems like whatever fuel crisis that we may be experiencing right now in Lagos has not really hampered travelers from moving outside Lagos and coming into Lagos as well. Well, I spoke to one of the leaders here at the park here earlier on, and he did say to me that whatever the case may be with fuel increase in fuel prices right now in the country, it hasn't affected the prices of transportation here from this particular park. So I'm going to walk straight now to one of the leaders here at the park here now to tell us exactly what it is like here, since this fuel situation started here in Lagos a few days ago. So his name is Ezekiel Oriomi. He's one of the leaders here at the park. So thank you for talking to us. This is News Central TV. So you told me earlier on that with the fuel issue that we have in Lagos right now, the prices here remain the same. Is that correct?
Yes. In our park, we have not increased the fare. Our fare remains the same, despite the increment in fuel.
So why is that so?
Why is it? Because the last time there was increment in fuel price, we increased the fare. And when the fuel price went down, we didn't reduce our fare. So we didn't see any justification in increasing it again. That's why we didn't increase our fare.
So when I came here earlier on, I spoke to some of the travelers who were leaving here today. They said they were paying 10,200 naira. Some are paying 11,200 naira, and now they're paying 12,200 naira.
That is not true. This Ondo unit, we carry 9,002 since last year, and that is the amount we are charging now. That is Akure charge 10.2. That's the amount we are charging now. Advocate with 10.2. That's the amount we are charging now. So we don't increase our fare in this park.
So are you affected in any way with the scarcity of with the price increase right now?
The price we are affected because we buy the same amount other people are paying. So we are buying for 1,312 now. But despite that, we still have compassion on our commuters.
So right now you're saying that you are considering Nigerians?
Yes, we are. You can see for yourself. In our park, we don't increase fare now for now. We didn't, because we are working according to our state chairman directive. The state chairman, Alhaji Mr. Sego, he has instructed that nobody should increase fare. That's why we are not increasing fare in our own park here.
Thank you very much. Well, Pleasant Stego, he says that they are being considered right now on Nigerians to ensure that despite the increase in prices of fuel across Lagos and across Nigeria, the prices for travelers going outside Lagos remains considerable the same at this point in time. Maybe it will change in the next day, in the next few hours, who knows? But this right now is the situation here at the Owena Park here in Ojota, Lagos State. Blessings.
All right, Israel Ifarabo there at the Lagos Ojota Park, and it's quite a relief, I'm sure, for travelers to know that the prices considerably remain the same. But for how long if the fuel price keeps skyrocketing? Still talking about the fuel price and the impact it's having on commuters and on businesses, we will now go straight to join Chizoba Anyowe, who will be joining us live from Jos, Plateau State, to give us an update on how the price of fuel is affecting the people. Chizoba, what is the situation in Jos?
Well, it's not a different case here in Jos, the state capital, Plateau State capital. Behind me is one of the mobile filling stations here in Jos on Yakubu one way. And if you can see, there are some vehicles in there trying to buy new products. But the problem, unfortunately, none of them is agreeing to speak on camera. Some will tell you they don't want to be seen in Jos. They're not supposed to be in Jos. Some are agreed that the government is not actually doing what it should do. And so there's no need for them to say anything. They are faint that even when they do air their opinions, it is not taken into consideration. And so there's no need for them to keep talking to the government because it seems like it has a deaf ear on what the masses are saying. However, the price for this filling station is 1,205 naira. Sorry, 1,285 naira. And this is against the 1,005 naira that was sold just yesterday, less than 24 hours. Some of the fuel stations I visited earlier, some were selling at 1,100 naira, some at 1,200 naira. So there are very price differences here on the plateau. But the cries of the masses is, why is this happening at this time? It is affecting the masses, it is affecting students. I'm actually opposite Polytechnic here in Jos. The students are also crying. It's affecting their feeding, it's affecting their transportation as well. So the question, just like we raised earlier, is how long is this going to last? How long will the people continue to depend on the government that's supposed to make these things available for them? So, I mean, your guess is as good as mine here. Blessings.
All right, Chizoba Anyewe there from the Plateau State capital, Jos, giving us an update on the price of fuel. Biola Festus is also on standby at the filling station in Port Harcourt. So let's cross over quickly to River State to find out how the people of River State are reacting to this. Biola Festus, what is the situation and how is it affecting the people there?
We are in one of the outlets of the NNPC here in Port Harcourt. I just walked down to check their pump price, and it is selling at 1,200. And that's what they are currently selling per litre today. Well, I have also been to other filling stations that are not NNPC outlets, and their prices ranges from 1,300 naira to 1,015 naira. Now, this is really having adverse effects on residents of River State because for like 2 days now, the power supply in River State has not been consistent. So people, of course, will be forced to still fall back to buy fuel to power their generator set. But I have a resident standing by me who has been complaining all along about the effect of this increase in pump price. Is OBCK. Thank you for waiting with us. Could you tell me how this increase in pump price has impacted your day-to-day activities?
Okay, good morning. The increase of petrol in recent days have really affected us civilians. It's affecting businesses, families, and transportation. Once transportation is high, the price of everything becomes so high. We are utterly flabbergasted. We don't know what to do. We are beckoning on the federal government and NNPC to help us because we cannot buy per litre for 1,250 naira or 1,300 naira. It's too much. We cannot. Look at the road. There are no cars on the road. People have their cars at home. We can't do anything without petrol. And I think they are in collaboration with PHED. We have not gotten power supply for the past 2 days. So we must fall back to freedom motor spirit. Oh, we can't do this anymore. We can't. We can't. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. So, Blessing, there you have it. While there's been calls on PHED, which is the power holding company supplying electricity to Port Harcourt, many have also cried out that the fuel scarcity would only make the situation more dire for them. Also, the transportation has increased. While leaving my house, I had to check public transportation, and there's been 100 naira increment to those that are moving from a location that costs 150 naira. It has now become 200 to 250 naira. Blessing.
All right. right, Biola Festus there, bringing us an update, and we can also see that from that region, there's, in addition to the fuel issue, there's also the electricity challenge. So, Chisholm, let me start with you. What is the situation in Abuja? I mean, we understand that usually compared to Lagos, there's not much traffic congestion, but regardless, people are still disgruntled about the price of fuel and how it's affecting commuters. So what is the update from your end?
Well, now we might not have the, traffic congestion unlike Lagos State, but the thing is, the prices of transportation are unfortunately doubling. Now, when we had issues of a fuel hike, maybe 2023, before the president said subsidy was gone, when the fuel increase happened, we had people increase, or rather the drivers increase prices double of what they're usually charged. Now, that was when fuel was being sold at 1 to what we're seeing right now. Now, when it went down to all the way to 800, 900, the prices did not go down. But for now that the price has gone up, given the tensions in the Middle East, drivers now double the price. So people are asking, if you increase the price then because the fuel price went as high as 1,200, now it's back to the same amount, why are you doubling it? Right now, the road where I am is called the Constitution Avenue here in Abuja. This road connects to many other parts of Abuja. It leads to Lugbe. Now, Lugbe residents who usually pay 500 naira from Lugbe to this point actually paid 1,000 naira this morning because given the current price fuel hike, they doubled the price. And people are asking the question, why is there a double right now, since it was the same amount you were buying fuel before that you're still buying fuel now, given the increase? Because when it came down, the price of fuel came down, the price of transportation did not come down. So this is what we're currently grappling in the FCT.
What is the mood like there? How are they reacting to the price of fuel?
Thank you, Blessing. Well, for the past 2 hours, we've been going around. This is the only fuel station we've seen that is selling as low as 1,055 naira. Hence, you can see a queue just on my left-hand side here of vehicles coming towards the Awolowo area of Ikoyi, just on my left-hand side here, just because they can get it for as low as 1,055 naira. And to make it orderly, because inside information we got from the people, managers of this fuel station, they said they don't want to open their gate wide open to avoid some sort of chaos. So they're letting them into the fuel station in 5s, in 4s, depending on how fast the fuel attendants sell to them. So for now, the situation is quite calm. We've spoken to a few of the people on the queue, most of them a little bit disgruntled, frustrated, while some don't even know that the price has increased, as one of the residents spoke. The others are here specifically because this place is selling lower than every other place, which sells for about 1,237.35 across various areas. And as regards transportation, this is a major bus stop on this road. We've seen at some point people negotiating with bus owners, noting that the prices should remain fair, the prices should remain at what it used to be at this corridor. And just because they're selling at a very low price, we've also seen people, we spoke to one respondent who drove all the way from Bariga just to come and get fuel here because he noticed that he heard one of the transporters noted to him that they're still selling here for about 1,055 naira. But what we are getting inside says they might increase and join the bandwagon very soon and also start selling up to 1,200 naira. But for now, the price here still remains 1,055 naira.